Now, going through all this and seeing all that death in O Block, do you feel like, I think you mentioned kind of being desensitized to it and everything.
Hell yeah. Then you asking me, do I feel like I'm desensitized? Was desensitized? Hell yeah. Because certain deaths of people that I knew, it didn't have the effect that it should have had. Like, I just seen Lil Tyshawn just died. Man, Top them cousin, these people who, you feel me, that when they was around, man, like, you gonna with everybody. You gonna really get to know everybody. And some of them, man, just seeing some of the younger dudes die, like, I known them were some of the ones that I felt was supposed to hit so hard, but because I had to go through the O and Sherrod and J Money and all these, and bro, there's so much death. And then, nigga, not only from the guys, I had death going on in my family, you feel me? So it's personal, then your friends dying, it's like everybody dying. Then, like, the lady that adopted me, she died. Like, I was just so accustomed to death, you feel what I'm saying? Then, like, fast forward, me, the guy helping me out with my life, and I go to college and all that, now he dead. It's like, bro, death to me is very desensitized because, truthfully, a lot of people talk about that's all they know, but nigga, me, I came in through death. Personal, my dad died, I was born. Nigga, to move my grandma, she died. Move my other grandma, she died. Then another lady that I call my grandma, she died. Somebody else take me in and give me everything to help me do all that. Then he killed himself, he committed suicide. So like, bro, I'm desensitized to that shit, bro. And it's crazy because this ain't normal for when I'm going to college and experiencing and getting all the great memories from talking to people who didn't have to go through the shit that I had, and I loved it because it was like, damn, you really live like that? Like, you know the shit exists, but you don't really know until you get to like live it, or you get to speak to somebody that do it. You know, like, that shit unfamiliar territory. You just like, that shit, we heard about it, but like, shit, to hear about something and to see it, or to speak to somebody who has, is different. And that shit opened up my eyes on, like, man, like, my homies that was in college and doing all that shit that I met through football, they wasn't going through no deaths. They probably had like one or maybe two their whole life up until this point. Or maybe they grandma passed from old age or some shit, but the shit that we know and that we go through, that shit ain't common, and it shouldn't be.
I believe you mentioned you played sports.
Yeah.
Going through all this and having to go to school and playing sports, man, what was all that like? And what sports did you play?
I played football, basketball, and baseball. Going to school, well, like middle school, that shit wasn't nothing. High school, because then this was when Sosa was on. Like, man, in reality, you just had to worry about not running into the ops. If you could not run into the ops or not get caught in a place that you ain't supposed to be, shit, you would be straight. And then me and we had O Block got a luxury that not other many blocks got. We got buildings and there's gates before you gotta come through before you can even get in the building. And motherfuckers talk through O Block. So if motherfuckers see you don't look familiar, you look like you come with a lot of motherfuckers, we gon' know. Because people talk like this, that shit gon' come to us so quick. It's eyes everywhere and shit like that. So the luxury of staying there ain't like the luxury of you on Eberhard and STL and them niggas just sitting on a porch, no gate, no nothing, and they ass just open fire. Us, like, nigga, I was there when Platoon died and shit like that, nigga, and really it was supposed to be me and shit. I ain't gonna say it was supposed to be me because it wasn't supposed to be me because I'm still here, so it wasn't supposed to be me none. But if what never happened, then it damn near could have been. But growing up on a block, it wasn't as bad, man. It's the poverty and the people that you really so much inflicted by it. But you really do gotta keep your head on a swivel because it just depends on when. Because when after O died, it was bad. It was bad, but bad. And then it got worse, so it's like, nigga, hell no, you can't even go across the street to the store no more. It was a point where it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. But then when it got all hell broke loose, when it was really fucked up, when niggas was dying back and forth, and it was like they really killing niggas on death days and shit like that, trying to slide and do all that, man, it was ugly. And that's how O died. O got killed. He got killed on Tooka Death Day. They came and killed O on the day that the guys killed Tooka.